Hello there, him and low, y'all. Welcome to a little bonus stream. And I know you guys aren't used to seeing a video game up first with my little self on the side. So I just wanted to start this stream off, and it was actually more inspired by a good friend known as Solus Entertainment. I'll make sure. Goya Rice, what's up, man? Oh, you cut me off. I just saw you put up there post. So what's up, man? So I wanted to do a little education because he actually posted something that I work with directly every single day of my job. And it was actually a lot about blue light and how filtering it helped improve a lot of his eyes' health. So I just wanted to do a little brief education on that before we continue on to there because that's actually very important, especially for all of us that do streaming. So I'm going to be switching right out. Yo, Funk, chill, brother, chill. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off with the good and the bad of blue light. So in case a lot of people you don't understand, blue light is actually a very thin color spectrum that comes from either artificial devices such as computers and video games and TVs and even our phones, and is also produced heavily by the sun. It's basically what we use to interpret color. As you know, there's so many different colors on the color spectrum that our eyes can only perceive so much. So you know it comes down to what is good and what is bad blue light. So good blue light is anything lower than a certain degree of light receiving into your eyes, which percentage wise I can be here forever trying to explain that one. But when you're outside, that's why it's a very big thing to have, polarization and blue light filtering, but we'll get a little bit more into that part later. So looking right here, some of the benefits of having blue light is because it actually controls our biological clocks. It helps us sleep, much like Solus mentioned in his Instagram post, which I encourage you all to go see, is that this helps improve sleep. Filtering out blue light, which is good, helps you receive the level of blue light that can actually make you feel naturally sleepy rather than exhausted. That's why sometimes when you're playing games all night, you wake up. Some people feel groggy. It really depends. Everyone's different, but it's not to say it's healthy. So it's important to understand that having the proper eyes protection whenever you're gaming or even outside resting and relaxing, it's imperative. And I mean very imperative to have that level of protection because it's going to only improve your own physical well-being. So, where do we suggest most of the time you wear blue light? When you're on a computer, when you're playing a game, when you're standing about, you're at a picnic. If you wear glasses, you should have a form of blue light because you are more than likely using this on your phone. You are using this to work. Now, granted, I don't really need glasses to see. I can honestly see everything. I have a very minor prescription, but I wear it because, as many of you can see right there, that purple hue that's coming across the camera, that's called blue light filtering. I have an anti-glare and reflective coating called Crizal Prevencia. And I'll explain more about that a little bit later. Harmful blue light is basically what helps create age-related macular degeneration. Now, that sounds like an advanced science term, and it really is. It's because that is basically your eyes failing you. And age macular degeneration is irreversible. So protecting your eyes in an age where having that blue light is even more dangerous is imperative. And I say imperative because it is imperative that we protect our eyes. Having that blue light filter can also make us very sharp gamers because we're reducing the amount of digital eye strain that we're having on ourselves because that's what you experience when you're getting nothing but constant I don't even know the proper word to say. Barraging. That's the word I was thinking of. A constant barrage of blue light on a constant basis. Because especially if you're a PC player, oh my goodness, you have to have some form of blue light filtering. I implore that you go with actual glasses because if you have a prescription, whether minor or not, it also sharpens your vision. It sharpens those little key parts that can improve your eye's health. So, going on to the next part, when is a good time? When is an imperative time that you should have it, and when you should, and some factors that cause into it. I'm going to bring you over to myopia. Myopia is when you're nearsighted, which means you can see well up close, but you can't see well in the distance, and that could cause a lot of eye strains. So if you find yourself outside in trying to drive, and that you want to have something to correct that prescription so you can actually see much better. Those kind of things are very rarely thought of. Many people think and assume that their eyes are healthy, but as I tell all patients, an assumption is not a fact. A fact can be born of an assumption, but it is not a fact until done and evaluated and dictated by an actual expert in that field, which is your eye doctor. You can't WebMD yourself and say, oh, this is what I have, because you may not be right. So that's why it's also imperative you go every year for your normal eye exam. It is a part of your actual yearly routine and should be treated as important as you go to your primary care physician. I understand people don't want to spend a lot of money or don't want to get told bad news, but that's part of growing up, is accepting that some things in the world are just going to be bad news. But it's not because it's unhealthy, but it's because you want to be able to visually see correctly. It's important to take care of yourself because you only have one set of eyes. You only have one set you have one set of a brain. You have one set of eyes. You have one set of you. There's no making a copy of that, and that's why it's imperative that you take care of yourself. That means every year going to the doctors, your primary, your gynecologist if you're a woman, your eye care professional if you're a human. I mean, you even take your pets and they have their vision checked. There's ophthalmologists and optometrists. When should you see one or the other? You should always start with an optometrist. An optometrist is not a medical doctor for eyes, but they are able to they do have medical training into interpreting what may need further concentrated medical evaluation. So unless you want to lose your eyes, you should always want to go check on that. Let's go on to the next part. So I found this nice little infogram that's on Essilor USA, which is a product that actually specializes in getting protected eyes. And that's this. The hindsight is 20/20/20. I know we all hate that year. Oh God. No more 2020, okay? But what 20/20/20 means is that for every 20 minutes you spend on a computer, you should take 20-minute break and stay at least 20 feet away from where you're staring at. Obviously, as gamers, that's impossible because we don't have that time. We got to spend our hours. We got to put in the grind, especially if you're a new streamer like me or new streamers anywhere or just a gamer that enjoys playing games. 20 minutes ain't going to work for us, so we got to spend constant hours on here. So why won't you take care of yourself? What is preventing you from just saying, you know what, let me get this. If I really want to become a better gamer or I want to not lose my eyes early, why not just do this? You'd be surprised how many professional gamers out there in the world actually do this or have some form of actual blue light protection. As you see right here in the top over here, some of the actual ways that people actually see when you're doing digital devices. Meal preps. How many times have you gone online to find a recipe? Waking up. Oh, I just woke up. My alarm's going off. Swipe. Reading on your tablet. Come on. That one speaks for itself. Traveling, because ain't none of us been to an airport and not want to pull our phone out, look at it, and watch YouTube or watch Twitch or whatever you want to watch, Netflix. And then the funnest one, work. We spend almost half of our lives at work. Some of us sitting in front of a computer. Me. Not even the streaming. I spend hours literally in front of a computer working with patients to help them get their best vision. And a lot of people, in case you don't know what digital eye strain is, it's when you start to get that pressure around your eyes, usually right where your eyelids are, and it feels like someone's squeezing. You almost feel extra tired, like someone almost socked you in your face when when you're just looking at a screen. And that's due in part because blue light causes digital eye strain. It causes eye strain because that blue light is hitting the receptors of our eyes that is just trying to perceive the light being impacted and just tires you out. For me to go over the medical part of it, we'd be doing a stream in of itself on that. And I don't think you really want to sit here for that whole long stream. But going on to this, and this is as of 2015, almost 72% of our adult population world are unaware of potential dangers of blue lights because some people just disregard it as it doesn't matter or it's not important or it won't happen to me, which is sad, to be honest with you, because you should always care about your eyes' health. Because no matter what, you only have one chance to protect yourself. And if you want to get better, you want to improve your life, and you want to do all the different things, you should want to really, really, really take care of your eyes. So let's go over this, because this is actually very accurate. 1 in 4 kids, it spends more than 3 hours a day on using a device. Now, I don't have kids, not yet at least. Maybe when the right wife comes along. But I would acknowledge that I do see kids on their phones more than I actually see them looking up. And that's scary because they're not wearing any type of blue light protection, and we want to keep their eyes healthy because they're the most susceptible for losing it. 2 and 5 millennials, hello, spend at least 9 hours digital devices each day. Yeah, look at me, I'm right here in front of you guys. So that's a big thing, and the same thing goes for Gen Xers and Boomers. So when should you want to actually improve your eyes? Well, anytime you're on a digital device, anything that blue light emits, spending time staring at a screen, these are all reasons you want to protect your eyes, because blue light, reducing the amount of blue light that's received by your eyes is so needed now more than ever, especially for the level of clarity, protection, and health you are improving in on yourself. Oop, scroll down. So as you see here, we do need blue light to actually interpret what we're seeing. We need blue light because it helps us differentiate the actual vision on the actual colors that we see. That's why it holds a yellow tint, because we're reducing that amount. So what does that mean for your own eyes health? Well, putting that concentrated amount of love into your eyes will protect you from losing them. And being able to enjoy being out in the world and resting and relaxing, that should be your mission each time. When you get to your screen, you want to protect your eyes. So what are some things that can actually improve your eyes' health, or you could do for yourself? Here's just a few products I actually use. Like I mentioned, I used Crizal Prevencia. It's a coating that goes over your eyes, and it actually filters up to the 20% of harmful blue light. I also have another product called Eisen, which I will show next. And then if you mix it with Essential Blue series, you're giving yourself really great blue light protection. Like mine has Eisen and Crizal Prevencia. I didn't have Essential Blue series for many reasons, because it wasn't available when I first bought my glasses. And then the second, I actually have a separate pair that I use strictly for my more intense screens at work. So I keep that one there. I keep this one on me at all times. So having that filtration prevents you from having a lot of problems later in life. And I have seen many patients have to go to an ophthalmologist and spend thousands of dollars because they have macular degeneration. And I don't think you guys want that. So I mentioned about the Eisen. So Eisen is it's a new technology that helps reduce the amount of blue light on top of the blue light, and also provides a reading boost, which is very helpful when you're trying to look at your keys, or if you're getting used to being a new PC player, much like me, or trying to just look and read. It's all good stuff for you. and this helps improve the clarity that you have when looking at your screens when I look at all my stuff. And that's what you really want in life. So you want that protection at all times. Now, going to the which one was it? Oh, and this is the Essential Blue series. This will be the end of this actual part, and then we're going to get into the gaming because I'm getting bored. Give me 1 second. Okay. So the Essential Blue series is a little bit on the lower side. Oh my dear God, I just saw the work that my Xbox just put in. Woo, that looks sexy. Oh. So, and I'm so sorry I got distracted. So anyways, being able to have some form of protection should be the priority for every streamer out there, because your eyes health is very important. Treat yourself right. You're only investing in yourself, and there's many different products out there, and if you guys have questions about this, I'm more than willing to teach you and talk to you about it. So that being said, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to the first part of this whole series. I know it's boring, not many people are liking the education, but this kind of technology, this level of actual protection, this should be part of your livelihood. We spend thousands of dollars on video game setups and PC monitors and so on. You telling me you can't spend $100 at best on a good pair of prescription glasses that can help prevent you from having glasses like this? I have glasses like a little bit dark, but I like that's too yellow. That's too much yellow. And I just inform you guys of all this because I really want you guys to all feel beneficial from this. So I hope this little education beginning really kicked off. I'm going to end it so I can keep this saved, and then I'm going to start the stream over, and we're going to get into the game. So thank you guys very much for this first portion. Stick around. We're going to be going to part 2. And also, if you guys have any questions for me, or you guys want to understand some of this stuff more, feel okay to reach out to me through any of my social medias. For now, guys, take care. Thank you so much once again for coming out, and I'll catch you